Hello there. Welcome to the Shaun Taylor Show. This is the second time I've tried to do this talk. And if you're wondering what that noise is, that's I've got cats in the background. But yeah, this talk is about the Gaia awakening, which, if you've been watching closely since about 2012, 2013, it's been well documented that, if you go on the internet, that people have been going through spiritual awakening since about that time. Myself, just under 10 years ago, I had an unexpected spiritual awakening out of nowhere. I didn't know anything about it, didn't know anything about this kind of thing. And ultimately, that's been going on around all the countries. And this is the whole point of the COVID agenda, if you like, is to get a vaccine inside you. And that vaccine is to connect you with artificial intelligence. And the reason we want to do this is to prevent a mass spiritual awakening. Because the rulers at the top, it would be disastrous for them, a spiritual awakening, because the rulers at the top are controlled by a demonic force. It's a demonic system that rules this world. I was never into demons or anything like that, but it is a dark force that runs this world. And people that have to go on courses with the Catholic Church, demonologists say that what demons feed off of is low vibrations. So if it's negative emotions, hurtful emotions, anything of a low vibration. What demonologists say as well is that high vibrations, like spiritual vibrations, kill these entities. And that's really in the hidden. David Icke talks about it, reptilians. I'm not going to say I believe in reptilians, but anything's possible. But and this mass awakening was meant to happen. I've even heard some religious people, I'm not religious, but I've heard some religious people saying that it's in the Bible and that it's meant to happen. And yeah, it's been happening to people. Derek Akora, when he was alive, was saying that in his shows, men under 50 kept on coming to him and saying they were experiencing like a spiritual awakening. And he said it was all men under 50. Sorry, that's just me putting my cat outside. But yeah, this thing has been happening all over the place because the energy has changed from low vibration to higher vibration. And like I say, the real system or government isn't what we see on television, because the people that run the countries are spoken to by outside forces. They have assistants, and these assistants are linked. When you actually research it, they're actually linked to this 1%, which is basically connected families that have been connected throughout all the ages. And I believe these families, if Jesus Christ did exist, I think it would have been them that got him killed. Because it would be too much of a threat to their plan. Any divine being is a threat. But the problem just now is you've got them everywhere. I've not met anyone personally, but I've seen on the internet lots, in so many different countries, all different countries. And yeah, this is what's going on. And you can have a spiritual awakening right now. It's all within you. It's just a case of accessing it. Everything is within your heart center. And when I had the spiritual awakening, I had enough of everything. But it was such an authentic moment that it manifested this awakening. I didn't know what was happening at the time. There was no drugs involved, no alcohol, and still going on today. But it was such an authentic moment that it was so powerful that it manifested this spiritual awakening. And now I understand that the pain, everything that I experienced before led me to that, so it was all meant. You see, the spiritual awakening path is a very synchronistic journey. You realize everything is coordinated perfectly. And lately I've got to a state with this path where, I contacted a few people on the internet lately from my past, women from my past, and just wanted to make peace because of this peace that I've got within me. I no longer can hold on to anything negative, and I did get a good response from some people who I contacted, and not so positive from some people as well. But that's just a reflection of where I'm at with the spiritual path. I'm ready to just let go now of negative stuff. But I understand that some people aren't ready for that yet. Not everyone is on this Gaia spiritual awakening because they choose not to be. Some people choose not to listen to truth. Some people are so programmed by these demonic entities, because demonic entities program us to not be of light. They program us to believe in lies and to not listen to anything that's truth. And that's how they control us. That's their only way of controlling us. But the thing is, the reason the spiritual awakening is such a threat to this demonic cult is because this spiritual awakening, spiritual path, like this, offers abundance and happiness. And that's what everyone wants deep down. And the system at the top knows this, and that's why this COVID stuff is going on. COVID-19, according to MD is actually a qualification with a doctor. You get general practitioners, but MD is Doctor of Medicine. There's a doctor called MD Dr. Andrew Kaufman, and he went to the original papers in Wuhan regarding the first cases of COVID-19, and he proved that this virus was not isolated properly. What they're meant to do is they're meant to isolate a virus and purify it and show that it really does exist 100%, so it's 100% away from genetic fluid. This was never done. And so what he is saying is that it's done illegally. And yes, because like I say, they're trying to hurry up this vaccine into people so that they can be programmed by artificial intelligence, which is the internet, to try and stop a mass global awakening. That's why this is all going on. David Icke predicted it 30 years ago. If you go on the World Economic Forum website, it tells you that it's been planned for 50 years. Because these elites, people talk about Illuminati, they're actually more spiritually aware than the sheeple. But what they do is they use duality against us. Instead of understanding that all is one, they play us against each other so that we're divided and separate. If we're all one, all oneness, we all unite, then that defeats all problems. Because it doesn't matter if it's your skin color, your race, what you believe in, all are just experiences. And this is what became apparent to me in this unexpected spiritual awakening. Everything started to become oneness all the time. All the time, you start seeing it. And like I say, it was a shock to me because I didn't know anything about this kind of thing. And regarding my path now, I mentioned earlier the forgiveness thing. But there's also other changes, like body changes. I refuse to eat the same food, and I know why. when you have a spiritual awakening, you start going through what is called a chakra awakening. Chakra awakening is a very deep process, and one of those chakras, I said in my last talk, I think, is called the solar plexus chakra. And as you're letting go more and more, your chakras awaken. That's basically it. Most people that do chakra meditation or chakra stuff, they don't talk about it like that because they haven't had the awakening. You get people that do courses, and you get people that have the spiritual awakenings. The spiritually awakened people are more connected to source. They've had the experience. This kind of stuff, you need to experience it first. But yeah, regarding my path, physically, I take supplements every day, I take vitamins every day. And a few years ago, I didn't care about my body enough to do that. But the two are connected. The physical self has to be treated with care so that the spiritual self can thrive. And so you've got to take care of your body. You've got to take supplements, got to take vitamins. And even regarding the food I'm eating, lately, the last couple of weeks, I've just been refusing to eat what I think is not medicine. And that's because of this path. As I'm going within myself, healing, letting go, body changes are happening. So that's how you go through a chakra awakening. It's all about going within your heart center. Start forgiving yourself, start letting go, and then everything aligns itself with this Gaia consciousness. And that's ultimately what the system is scared of. That is ultimately what they're scared of. And like I said earlier, regarding them people that I contacted from my past, the women, I had to do that because with this path, I'm constantly busy making talks, and I'm always receiving knowledge. So this path is, keeps me very busy. And so I thought I should just talk to them while I can, because I thought in the future I'm not going to be able to, because this path is too busy. And maybe in the future I will take a donation for it, because this is like what I do full time, and it would be nice to make a little bit of money, but that's not why I do it. That's why I'd only take a little donation. But yeah, there's people in all different countries, like I say, that have had these spiritual awakenings, and it's just because the energy has changed. That's the thing. That's what's happened. The Pleiadians prophesied that a Kundalini spiritual awakening would start happening from 2013 till 2027. And that's what they prophesied. And they actually exist. Science actually found where they live, and you can look it up. They exist, and what they are is basically us in the future. When you look at them, they just look like us, except different ears, but basically they're just us in the future, more evolved versions of us. But to get evolved, it's all about, we must all have spiritual awakenings for the planet to become one collective Gaia consciousness, oneness with everything, and then everything's fine. Everything is a manifestation of your consciousness. What you do is what you think, and it's all to do with consciousness. And so if you've got problems in your life, it's not because there's problems in your life, it's because your consciousness is in a certain state. You see? And that's in relation to, these women that I contacted. Some of these women were friendly to me. I'm back speaking to some of them, and some of them weren't so happy. And the reason that is because they're not ready to let go yet. I'm at the stage where I'm just letting go of certain things, and certain things that I held on to. And I've got to understand that some people aren't ready for that yet. But it's something that I wanted to do for a while. I wanted to contact these people. And, because like I say, this path is very busy. and I don't think I'll have time in the future to do it. You know, and how you access this path, if you want to, is it's all within you. You know, you don't need me or an external spiritual teacher. You know, my spiritual teacher is myself. You know, like I say, I had enough one day. You know, like I always say, and then this awakening started to manifest itself. And the reason it did is because I was authentic. Authenticity is the power of awakening. Once you're authentic, once you're true, that's when it starts happening. And you know, after you know, like me, under 10 years of going through it, you won't need anyone in your life. You won't need much. You know, you'll be in this tranquil, peaceful state, this loving state within you, and you won't need anyone. You see, I've had women contacting me on Facebook, beautiful women, saying to me, you know, why are you single? And I say, because of this path, because I don't need anyone now. You know, that's the thing. And this is also the reason why the Buddhist church doesn't believe in romantic love, because they say that, you know, when you start to embark on romantic love, there's neediness there. You know, I think that if you're going to get with anyone, you must first be happy with yourself, so that you heal your own problems, and so you've not got baggage that you're taking in that other relationship. And this is what I've been doing. And it's very important, because most people, you know, are just going from one relationship to the next, but they're not healed from the previous relationships. And that's a problem. And so if you're the best version that you can be, then, you know, you're going to attract a better lover, because we attract the same kind of love, or the same kind of lover that we give to ourselves. Everything's a reflection. We attract what we are. That's an old saying, excuse me, in the spiritual community. And it's true, it's all to do with energy. Whatever energy field you are, you attract it. And I think I'm just going to leave it there. For latest updates and talks like this, I research things all the time as well. I'm always keeping on top of what's going on regarding the COVID hoax and all that stuff. For all my information, you can visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.